I took down Nenu and I took down Torza. Now it's the last two. Hello guys, what is up? I am the Epinephrine121 and welcome to the final episode of the CTSC 2021 Retrospective. Today, I look back at the final match, the grand finale against number 2 seed and my co-comm for today, Dmsy. Anyone say?
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
So he's going to be joining me for this final retrospective, and this is the final match, the match that will decided who was moving on to Classic Tetris World Championships 2021. But let's just say I'm looking forward to this one, another retrospective, because this match, oh boy, this was pretty good. Anyways, this is the end of the retrospective, but if you enjoyed this kind of content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for content if you knew I have lots of stuff coming for the next few months, and ring that bell to not find any time look on this channel. If you have missed the whole playlist, check it out on the card up here. Anyways, before I get this started, Dmsy, I need to ask one thing. Do you remember much from that final match? Let alone the whole tournament?
It was a great set.
What were you thinking when you first entered it?
I think I was very nervous the whole set.
Like any expectations that were coming in?
I actually didn't expect to win, but yeah.
I mean, if my memory serves you correctly, I think you 3-1'd Baka and then you 3-0'd Melon Soda, who actually beat me during the group stage.
Yeah.
So entering in, I mean, another thing I should ask real quick: were you expecting to face Nenu or any of us in the finals?
I was expecting to face Nenu in the finals.
Were you expecting me by any chance?
Actually, no.
Understandable. I understand. I mean, as I said last 2 weeks ago, I was pretty much the wild card coming in, and all of a sudden I just come in as the dark horse. And as you'll see, well, jokingly, I'm going to say this. Paul jinxes me as the, well, fairy tale story.
Yeah.
But anyways, without further ado, let's get this match started. Do we have Joel and Dmsy in chat? I believe we have Dmsy. Do we have Joel here?
Yes, he is sleeping.
So I remember, for those of you wondering, my semi-final match went first before Dmsy's. So Dmsy technically has a slight advantage coming in hot, while I still come a bit cold. At least also try to calm down from that semi-final match too. So, but that of course is no excuse to what's to come, as you'll see in a moment.
Dmsy's mother in the background, probably.
For us, there we go. They're both joint third and fourth. So you ready, Dmsy?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, and we have ready from both players.
Ready from Epinephrine, ready from... Wait, Dmsy. Yes, alright, we do. Alright, so let's count both players down.
Okay, can we have another from Dmsy?
Yeah, Dmsy, can you...
He ready way earlier. I make sure
they want the ready from you.
Yeah, good idea. Dmsy, can we get one more ready from you? Alright, we have a ready from... Okay, we'll take that as a ready. Let's count them both down in 3, 2, 1.
Still ball.
Yeah.
Dmsy has... Oh yes, 1.2er. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I remember him as a 1.1er way back.
Alright, so from a pure PB perspective...
Are you not 1.3er?
The favorite here.
I think not only just...
Are you a 1.3er or are you still 1.2?
But Joel has proven that...
I don't play that much. I'm still a 1.2 player.
But you still... could I say that if you were to come in, even after months of not playing, you would still be able to max out easy?
By Nenu, and then he just turns around.
I don't think so.
Come on. Oh well. Alright, game one right here. So...
was absolutely intimidated by Joel's
oh really?
By Joel's reverse sweep.
Oh great! Then I'll commentate on my reverse sweep on Nenu again.
Fear in his eyes as he stares into the cold eyes of a killer.
A cold eyes are a killer, great.
He was shitting himself.
Exactly. You see? I told you. The cold eyes of a killer. Like look at that.
I mean,
so anyway, back to
do my eyes even look like a killer's?
98,000 points for Joel.
I don't know.
37,000 points for Dmsy. So Joel with the early one Tetris lead. Oh,
We have a quick peek at Dmsy's mother in the background, probably.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Mother.
Yeah, your mom actually, I think, popped by a bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, right there. I think you can see a bit
Yeah.
of the her passing by right there.
37,000 points for Dmsy.
Yeah,
So Joel with the
that's
early
my
one
mom.
Tetris lead. Oh,
Just wondering, does your mom support you in your Tetris when you were doing it back then?
Yeah.
family members. Joys of
He,
learning.
she doesn't. She like
As a result,
like
you will lose negative 50 elos.
people in my family
I don't know how
don't,
Elo
don't
works.
really know
I
that I
will
play
let somebody else
Tetris.
figure out Elos from this competition.
As
I just
Rory,
play it in
Rory is the
my
one that
bedroom.
basically made this up, I believe.
Is it Rory or is it Pumpy House?
Kind of like the
I think
opposite
it's
of
Rory,
me
I
because,
think, if I recall
well, I
correctly,
mean,
I think
mainly at the start when I was
Rory
playing
was the
Tetris,
one.
I myself didn't really get much
Maybe there are
support
multiple
until a lot
different
later.
people
Then my brother noticed I was
that
playing
now.
it, and then my parents noticed I was playing it. But
Sure, not
that was pretty much how I started
I don't
Twitch in the
play at
first
all.
place.
So
Anything you want to comment about your
Sure,
gameplay
wait,
thus
right
far?
now.
Notice anything of note?
the line dependency, now he gets the line
Like,
dependency cleared up.
I was playing so aggro back then.
223k versus
Wow.
196k.
Indeed, noticing you look at that ice stack.
Oh.
That's so huge.
Oh my god.
Basically one Tetris ahead.
That's a bit of a graphical glitch. You might notice some of the white pieces going down on Dmsy's side. They're actually coming down as red sometimes, which is kind of interesting.
Could they do it though?
Could they do a 1.4?
I think it's
Could
the-
they-
My cursor.
Oh, that was your cursor?
I know it's a 1.4.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
What though?
I also don't know.
Still 1.4 is insane.
Yes.
A dead drop along the right because I didn't want to cover my well by any means.
No, not, at least not without some 29 plays. Joe, you can do 29, can't you?
No, I can't, Paul.
They are both on 1.3. right?
I still can't do
Alright, let's take a
29
look at their
properly.
game rather than
Yes.
I think the
this
closest I've
setup.
been was 237 lines.
We're here for destruction game
Oh, that's
and almost simul Tetris.
pretty good.
It's more so lucky, honestly, in my
He
opinion.
has- Dmsy is behind actually. He's behind by.
Are you rolling now?
Not much.
No, I'm still hyper
He's
tapping on my
Tetris ready, and he's
keyboard.
gonna take the
I
lead.
know
yeah.
of a few people who have started to learn to roll on the keyboard, but as someone who admittedly also has not played in like 5 months until this month, I can dare say I also quite rusty.
You can expect to,
Oh, yeah. I
to,
see.
to determine how close the
Honestly, that
once we start.
L tuck, I was not expecting it to work. I honestly don't know how to effectively L and J tuck.
Dmsy has definitely a runway lead.
Oh, sorry. My internet is kinda lagging.
It's okay. I can still hear you properly. I said that that L or J L tuck that I did, I was surprised that it worked because I'm not that good at doing L or J tucks.
To be honest.
Oh yeah.
I would only encourage everyone to use Nestris champ.
All right, here, watch this.
Oh,
I would encourage. Oh yeah, that was yeah.
Probably my proudest moment. I have learned this from Jake Games, but it's the idea of tucking the S piece right here. It's literally just a quick tap, rotate, and then push it, slamming it to the left right here. Watch this.
Yeah, yep.
Oh,
I would
did you see
encourage.
what,
Oh
did you
yeah,
see
that
what
was
Joel
that
did?
was
That was
yeah,
amazing.
That was a disgusting touch.
Thanks, Jake.
Disgusting. There's a very high. It took a really high skill. Took a really high skill to be able to pull that
How is
off.
this even possible?
Oh, it's
I'm
possible.
gonna have to revisit this.
Oh, it's possible because what he did was that basically when you spin the Z piece, it basically moves left one piece by itself
Oh.
already by simply spinning it.
And then you tuck it one more.
And then he tucked it one more after that. Yes.
Oh, nice.
It's definitely very high skill. It is a really
Oh,
high
almost
skill feeling to.
quite
not
clear
high skill,
there.
it
Yeah.
takes high skill to do it because you need to spin it at the right. You need to spin it first before you move it left.
I wouldn't
If you
say
move
I'm a
it left,
tuck master. The only time I
it's
tuck
a
master is in
catastrophe-
gymnastics.
Catastrophe.
Oh my god.
I got
It
it.
was
I
a
got
catastrophe.
You. I got
It
you.
will be a catastrophe.
Got you.
Actually, I've done gymnastics
Alright,
when I was
Dmsy
young,
has
actually.
taken the lead, so we
I
are
can still
now
remember how
at
to do a cartwheel.
490k versus 445. Dmsy has almost a 50k lead, and that's
Right here, you can see the runway lead is still quite low. Admittedly, I had a
Forza,
very big
don't mock
disadvantage
my
on you this
English.
match because I'm like
It's the
11
one
lines
thing I'm
ahead,
proud
and yet
of.
I'm still
We've been
behind.
talking for 6 hours. I think
Yeah.
we are allowed to have a plate of the tongue right now.
Exactly.
Yes,
My
Joel
throat
transitions.
It's parched.
So you can see, right? So Joel is basically the players are neck and neck in score, but Dmsy is on almost 3.5 Tetris.
And that's where I just try and pile in as much as I can, honestly.
So, ooh, Jesus, Joel. Joe basically,
Dangerous.
honestly,
Sketchy,
this,
sketchy,
well, it's a bit
sketchy.
early to say it. Oh,
This is
boy.
dangerous play for Joel.
And then,
Joel, yes,
honestly,
good
that
spin.
double one.
Yes, the long bar.
Ooh, he
Ooh.
hangs it too though. He has to bring
Oof.
this down. Can he bring something
He
over?
can, he can,
Yes,
he can.
I
he
can do 6 left. I can still do 6
Oh,
left.
that was a nice, yeah, that was a nice adjustment. It's like, for him to be able to.
Actually, right there, I wish I had noticed the S earlier and then
was a
like
nice-
quickly
yeah,
shift
that
the
was a
piece.
nice
Like right here. I wish I had noticed
yeah.
that quickly and then just quickly rotate it. I
Yeah.
at one point tried to LUT it, but honestly, I couldn't find enough opportunities to like practice it.
It's like, for him to be able to see that under such great stress, great play, great play.
All right.
All right, just dirty board on my end. Meanwhile, your board is just clean.
2.5 Tetris, but
And
he's over
scary.
5 Tetrises.
I wouldn't say so. Like, what's your comfort level? Like, what role are you comfortable with?
I think when I was playing on keyboard, I would say like
if Dmsy just
9
keeps
left
his,
or
keeps up the pace that he is
8
right
left.
now, it's like
9 left or
basically
8
there's
left?
almost no way
Wow.
for Joel to
I
get
only
out
do
of
like
it. He has
7
to-
or 6, I would
He has to
say.
make up 5.5 extra Tetrises over
Yeah.
Dmsy. And that's not counting like sort of like the small.
And of course, you can see my
sort of
runway is
singles and doubles that
awful. Like,
Dmsy
look at that.
can take.
5.5
So it's like,
Tetris behind.
good lord, he
Ugh.
needs about 7
Ugh.
at this point to catch up to Dmsy.
Disgusting.
And 7 extra Tetrises.
I mean, yeah. So Joel is still on max.
I'll be honest, I think at that point I was just like, I might as well try and just pile in as much pressure as I possible. If I have to burn, I'll just have to burn. I just hope that you
Honestly,
top
if
out
we
in
can-
some
if we
way.
get a max out against a 1.2er, like, good lord.
I knew
think
coming
this
in,
is-
I was
I
just
think
like,
this
okay,
will be
you're
a
also another
finals
1.2
more
where
than,
the only way I probably can
worthy
win
of-
is if I
this
put the
is
pressure
worthy of being
on
a finals
or if
game.
you top out
More
early.
than worthy.
Yep.
All right, both players are clean.
That's
Oh,
Right now you have a
nice
very
adjustment from
awkward
Joel.
2 well in the
Dmsy is
middle, but
ready.
you
And
managed
Dmsy's
to burn it
just
out
playing
quite
safe
well.
because he got some really terrible pieces there.
Dmsy is no longer on 1.2 pace.
And the runway lead has dropped down to a little bit under 3.
Oh.
Dmsy
Now,
is-
right here, what do you say you regretted this
Dmsy
move of
dribble.
like leaving the T spin setup?
I don't know. I just put it was a panic move putting the S there. The S there.
I mean, I look back at it, I'm just like, wow, this is so risky, and yet,
Oh, he gets the spin!
Yeah.
like, that is so good to be able to get out of there somewhat efficiently. But of course, very trollish Z coming up, and then this is where
Oh,
just game
what a
over goes
clutch
wrong.
phase. What a clutch move. Oh, but he could be in a bit more trouble anyways. Will he be able to get out of this?
Covers well,
He's running out
tries
of
to-
pace. Joel could actually
Couldn't really
take
burn
this.
much, and then you
Oh,
just,
I
yeah, you
think
just
this
couldn't
is
do
over.
much.
He can't survive this
Oh my
anymore.
goodness,
And
Joel
he
could win.
tops out.
Joe, it's not over yet. You still have 1 Tetris to go. 24,000 points. You can still line this out. You
And
take it.
boom! Joel takes the Tetris for the win.
Oh my goodness.
And
Joel,
that
go for
marks
max
the end
out.
of a
You can do it.
7-game streak
let's have our
that I
first max
caught
out
during
here.
this tournament, which I was surprised myself.
It's 864,000 points.
GG.
Just
Yeah.
3 more Tetrises to go. And he only
I
has
should
3 more
point out, by the
Tetrises
way,
to
I
go.
wasn't trying to bet
He
Mullen
can't really
because I
afford
had
to
the
burn too much if
lag
he wants to go for
on
a
my
max out.
feed.
Level 20
I actually
right
only
now.
found out I
He
got
can
one
already
and
max
thinking
out.
about
Max out is out of
220
range.
lines. And I was
Unless
just
he can
like,
do
nah, I
29
might as well
pace.
just finish
Okay.
up the rest of these
I
lines.
mean, he can
Yeah,
set himself up
I
for,
think it's fine.
for
Yep.
a second
And
And
then the
also
last
the-
Tetris to
Oh,
finish
but he
off,
has
look at
the
that,
score.
940.
Okay, 940k.
Yep.
Disgusting.
Amazing game.
Disgusting. Well played,
Amazing
well played.
game. Yeah.
Officially my PB in tournament.
Ben Maloney.
All right, so this is the first.
Hey, there's your
half
cursor
for
right there.
Joel.
Yep.
First half,
Yep.
sorry, for Joel. And
I think now this is where-
the result of
okay,
game 1.
I'm not gonna make this
final
an
here.
excuse
Let's
by
see if
any
both
means.
players-
But
it's GG for both
between
players.
game
First
1
of
and game
all, this
2,
was an amazing
or I think it's game
again.
2, game 3,
Dmsy gives
I
us a rating.
believe
We are
one
looking for
viewer in the chat asked where was my face cam.
Joel.
And I told
Yeah,
they
I
told them
remember.
like I had a very laggy laptop. If I were to do face cam, it
Alright,
would
we just need to
completely
give him a
ruin
few
the
minutes to
my gameplay.
stuff back.
But
in.
after a
Joel
bit of
asking
conversation and then
for,
a bit of a light bulb
Joel's
moment,
cam,
I
but
did
Joel is
indeed actually
having
manage to get a
lot of
face
trouble
cam
with his cam,
through
so-
my
Yeah,
phone,
his performance will just dip insanely if his camera comes up. So
which we'll find out later. I'm not sure if it's
He'll
game
turn it back
2 or
on if
game
he- if he
3
wins
that I
the
do it
tournament.
though.
Actually, once all
Game
this is
2
over,
to game
regardless,
3.
he'll win.
Yeah, game 2, you remember?
But not now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
nice.
think.
The
Actually, no, there it is.
3, 2, 1 countdown.
Oh, yeah.
Second
There it is.
timer.
Yep, and then game 2. Now, the reason why I say I'm not gonna make this excuse, I would say that me finally playing on face cam kind of put a bit of pressure on me, I'll be honest.
Oh no, it kicked
Yeah,
me out.
there was
He
a
can go back
big
into the
delay,
Twitch
right?
channel even
Yeah,
if
I will
After
admit, I
game
got a
one.
bit nervous in there, knowing that everyone
Yeah.
can see me now.
let's hope that works. All right. So, anyways,
Although, the one thing I'm glad, however, after
So
all of it,
Joel-
was the fact that no
Joel
one,
on,
like, saw me,
on-
like,
ooh,
ask me whether I was,
Dmsy
like,
on a
you know,
bit of a dirty
cheating by any means.
Looks like he should be able to get out of this no problem.
Because honestly, I was kind of worried right after the tournament. I was just like, oh no, because I didn't put face cam, everyone can think I'm just like, you know, that
But as I say
that kind of
it's
guy or something like
actually
that.
just as
But
dirty
honestly,
as
I didn't receive any
Maybe not
like
just
comments
as
like that, and I was honestly quite grateful.
not scoring any Tetrises.
So Dmsy
Community.
takes the early lead at 1.9
Yeah.
Tetris. The score is now 50k versus 13k.
Joel trying to go for going for a
So yeah, finally after 4 episodes, you get to see my face cam through my phone. Of course, it's a bit laggy because it is my phone.
as well, just as soon as a long bar came along. A long bar.
Meanwhile, I'm seeing a very wow.
Ooh, Dmsy.
Hang on. I need to notice this. I need to make mention of this pole vault. Watch this.
A long bar.
There is a funny
Dead drops the JPs, and look at this.
thing happening.
Oh, Dmsy. Ooh, Dmsy.
Oh,
This is
Dmsy
why I'm not as pro as these guys. Like they can tap like that.
It's fine.
Nah, it's fine. So anyways,
Keyboard
like,
cheater.
Dmsy was
Keyboard
a lot of trouble back there. It was like, oh boy, he was at risk of hanging a piece there, but then what do I know, right?
Alright, Dmsy takes the lead. He is now 3 Tetris.
Meanwhile, just struggling to find good pieces. Like they keep covering the hole and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a hole there and it just disappeared again.
I think as soon as he puts a piece here, he's detected as black because the mouse is positioned on the emulator.
Probably.
It's not a
Oh,
big
they actually
deal.
made mention of you, Emily, the mouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
They did.
So, Joel on clean building.
Oh my
here.
goodness. At one point, I'm not too sure you saw, but my score was the same as my differential with you.
Still early days though. We're not even halfway down level 18 yet.
Yeah, I had a terrible start, to say the least, but
51 lines in between both
I knew I had at least some time to catch up, at least.
The main CTWC event is online again this year.
Still 18 speed.
Fortunately,
Wait, what?
Doesn't seem like a lot of people are going to be able to.
It's still
enter
18
into
speed.
Yeah, still a lot of time to catch up. 17 lines left.
given the current situation.
I noticed you also don't press down. Do you have to press down, or it was just a one-off?
I mean, we really made the right
Nah,
move to
I
make
don't push down.
CTSC
Not push down.
Singapore tournament qualifier online, because while
I'm the only-
Maybe sometimes when I get
Yeah.
a little bit angry, you know.
I don't think it was ever possible. and it wasn't
Molding.
too much- It wasn't too much possible in the first place because here in Singapore.
Well, actually, yeah, I'm not. I'm not sure if anyone saw, but right here,
So it's not like we were gonna have a lot of people
Yeah.
in house.
right here, you will see that sometimes because the mouse was there, I believe. Like, watch. I think. Okay, yeah, look at that.
all these
Yeah.
breeds of players that we are getting as a result of that.
yes, I mean, like being online allowed us to
Slight
open
eyesore.
this up to the whole of
Oh, this guy has a whole in his stack.
we
No, it's
met
just a
very
mouse.
Talented player from Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines. I think this was a great choice that we made. Alright, both players have a very clean board right now. Dmsy is still maintaining his lead of 2-point-something Tetrises. He has a 45,000 point lead. This is 337 versus 292.
He's two Tetrises behind, but in terms of pace, runway.
Uh-oh.
This is dangerous right
Dmsy.
now.
Oh, actually, this is where you. I actually don't remember myself on this
Also-
one.
A bit of trouble
Panic.
here, but he should be able to get out of this with the speed that he's going. Looks like he's gonna be getting out of there, no problem.
Oh, Joel did a very interesting burn just now. Okay, yeah, he's clean.
All right, he's one.
Oh,
Tetris
yeah,
behind,
pieces were quite
but he's
favorable
still
for you.
only
Look
three
at that.
Tetrises in terms of pace, though.
This mouse is so annoying. The fact that he tries to hold the ball every time.
Okay, we need to.
We ask him after before the next
We
game.
need to
We'll
make
ask
a
him to
rule.
move his mouse out.
Yes.
You did eventually move it,
This
right?
is not a Nestris Champs problem, by the way, because in Nestris Champs we ask for the capture to be without mouse, but this is not implemented in the browsers yet, so they don't respect the no mouse capture requirement, which is a bit sad. All right, Dmsy is still maintaining his lead of 2-point-something Tetrises. So he's 67,000 point ahead. This is 425.
I know I don't need to transition. I'm just
But
thinking,
both players are
well,
clean.
let me just
Still
quickly
anybody's
lay the
game.
table flat.
Two Tetris again, Joel's just still maintaining that 2 Tetris difference between him and Dmsy, but Dmsy is just not letting his foot off the pedal anytime soon.
I mean, the shake of the head was like, oh great, the board is quite messy again
Okay,
Alright.
okay, it's fine.
before transition. But I do eventually finally get out of it, and then
And he just transitioned. Like,
try
that
to
was
pound the
right-
pressure.
right in
Clean
time.
transition.
He's Tetris
Yeah.
ready, he's waiting for the line. Dmsy is going to be transitioning. He's waiting for the line. He's hoping to get a transition on a Tetris, which he does. Boom. Dmsy transition at 499. He's ahead by 2.5 Tetrises. So this is going to be another long game right now. This is not, neither player are letting up. The early lead within transition is maybe what's going to determine the game. Yeah, they are both playing fantastically.
Oh, Joel. Ooh.
yeah, that
That's
eyepiece,
scary.
I'll
I was
admit, is
hoping that Joel
questionable.
would actually just try to put the line piece all the way to the left instead of like in the middle there, because you might just end up risking just hanging something on
Oh,
that long
wait,
bar
what
itself.
happened? Actually, I didn't see it.
Oh, Dmsy!
I actually didn't see it, but I apologize. Hang on. Like, what was going on
I
here?
don't know what happened there.
Oh, were you
Oh.
planning to rotate this?
Yeah.
Trying to burn it
It
down on any
happens.
means, but
Instead of, like,
that definitely
there, 'cause
ready with it. And
you
yeah,
might
bit of a
just
shake of the
end up
head right
risking
there.
Just hanging something on that long bar itself.
He's going to try.
Oh, Dmsy! Dmsy's in absolute trouble. He's not gonna get out of this.
No! No! Dmsy
Yep.
tops out at 553.
But it's not over yet, Joel. You still have 78,000 points left to go.
I think it was a little bit later I finally got the news, but you can see my stack. It's
Will he get
also
the long
very
bar?
messy
He
right
gets the long
now.
bar.
Behind by
I was just
1.8,
hoping
you
for
need to
long
get
bars,
to
hoping for something to be able to
553K
use.
to win.
Now, I'll admit, this was honestly a
You
big
can
blunder
line
for
this
me
out.
because
You
I
can
knew
more
I
than
had
line this out.
space. I don't know. I had a panic with the pieces that I got.
So where is the clutch? Where's the clutch play?
1.3 Tetrises.
He's just slowly burning this down. More than enough time.
Yes, the board is not clean, but he can play safely
Oh
here.
no!
Oh!
This is risky. Oh, he
Okay,
could,
beautiful burn.
Just try and make my way, and then
He
yeah,
hit the bar.
he could still get out.
yeah, that was unfortunate.
No,
And I think that's where it
this
did
is-
it in
this is
because I
rough.
couldn't push anything to the
This is
left.
Oh! He hangs the J piece.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
He couldn't chase down the score.
He couldn't clutch this out.
One Tetris.
So
This is
close.
one half for Dmsy. GG, both of you. And Dmsy is so happy he jumped from his chair.
I was drinking water there. Not actually like.
Oh, you actually
freak
drinking
out or
water?
something.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
The cam went funny.
Oh, because his
Okay.
his camera just rotated itself
Oh.
from
So you're just getting water. You weren't like really excited or what it means,
GGs,
but
both players.
were you really?
Yeah, I was
We
li-
just need
little,
more readies.
little excited.
Okay.
Ah,
This is
okay.
GG. Torza.
Well, I mean, you broke my 7-game streak finally.
This little sequence of burn.
All right, on to
Probably
game
at
3,
least
and honestly, this is where I
he's already
pretty much
about
crumbled
53
crumbled at the
16
end.
wins.
So far at every he makes a misdrop there. So far at the start of every single game, like Joel has been on the back foot.
Yeah.
But maybe
Exactly.
That's the plan. Maybe that's his whole plan. Is like slow and steady wins the race, right? It's like that's basically how he won. He won the first game and almost won the second game.
I mean, as I say, my strategy usually, knowing that I'm not as good as you guys, is to just try and pile on the pressure early, and then just see if you guys like
I'm surprised Joel
well
didn't
crumble
go
on
for
it,
the,
and somewhat worked, I
low
would
to
say.
center well with the T piece and just
I
tuck
see.
it in there.
Yeah, he's been burning for a while. He's 11% Tetris rate at 35 lines.
He has a five Tetris deficit.
And he's still not Tetris ready. He's still
Yeah, you
way
see my
below.
pieces were quite
He
bad.
can't
Also, I mean,
burn
I was
his
stacking
just
horribly.
yet.
Okay, looks like he
All
can
right,
get out
all
of
right,
this.
getting there. Oh,
Oh,
he
it's-
is not taking the triple. Okay,
Okay,
he's
now
taking
he's
it
taking
now.
the triple.
Yeah, so he's gonna go center well. Probably.
Oh,
Oh,
the
miss
misdrop.
drop.
Yeah, right after that, you can
Oh,
see I get
another one.
misdrops.
Ooh, this is.
I mean, I was a bit rattled after
Dmsy
that.
is a little bit dirty, but he's gonna get out of this way faster than Joel was ever gonna
Dmsy
see.
is building a crazy lead. He has
Oh, 30
176k to 98k to 89k.
Oh,
This is
hang on. I'll admit, as much as
Yeah,
that move was
36,
smart for me to
yeah.
lay flat the eyepiece,
To 90.
had I actually stood up here, I noticed I could have placed this down here and fill another hole.
Yeah.
8k to 89k. This is like almost 5 Tetris
Yeah.
ahead right now.
You're just playing brilliantly, honestly. Like that's a big lead to have.
105,000 points difference between Joel and Dmsy right here. I'm not sure. It's
Honestly,
really
I
hard
at that
for
point
Joel to
I
keep
knew
forcing these,
I have to put in. I need to make some Tetrises
Okay, I
no
think
matter
the
what.
setup is okay.
So that's why I was trying to like do
It's
some
okay,
unorthodox setups, as you'll
Uh,
see.
a couple of times there.
Basically
like,
becoming
Yeah.
Quaid, you could say.
Probably because he's not.
I think he's really hoping for a cheap transition where he doesn't have to
Probably.
expense in burns, which is not too bad right now.
Now he's
Yes.
in that situation where he could do that.
But
no.
he doesn't get the pieces that he wants.
Gets the long piece
Yeah.
just as he could, make use of it with the T in conjunction with the T piece there.
So is that the music has stopped as well.
All right, so he's finally clean. Hopefully he can
Oh,
go
yeah.
the Tetris rate.
Yeah.
From a Tetris rate perspective, we have 61% Tetris rate for Dmsy versus 23% for Joel. There is a 5 Tetris lead for Dmsy
And
at
we're
100k
halfway.
point.
And we're just halfway, and we're only halfway into level 18. Dmsy doesn't even have some insane pace going on right now. He's
Dmsy is
just,
waiting for dirty Tetris right now. Boom, he gets it. Awesome.
Well,
Oh,
he's a little bit.
meanwhile,
he's
you
a
can
little
do
bit
you can just do
low, a
Tetris
little
anywhere
bit
you want.
low,
Honestly,
but
look at
you know,
that.
You have Joel, who's just
That's
burning the
lucky.
whole
It's
way
just
through.
like
So
that.
he's quite behind.
Do you often like try to go for unorthodox setups on Tetris if you need to?
He's about to hit par.
Nah,
He's
I
kind
usually
of-
don't
he's,
go
reaching
that aggressive.
A new high in his.
Just that the pieces kind of fell that way.
Yeah.
All right, so score update, we have 348,000 for Dmsy versus 241,000 for Joel. This is almost 4 Tetris lead ahead for Dmsy. 83,000 point lead. Oh, and Joel scores back-to-back Tetrises to reduce the lead to 60k, but Dmsy is firing right back. Joel shaking his head. He knows he did something wrong. I didn't see what it was.
Oh yeah, no, this is where honestly
Oh,
RNG
boy.
was not on my
Oh,
side,
no,
and you can see
difficult
right there.
position right here.
This is trouble. This is trouble. All right. Well.
Okay.
Well,
Lift up the
well,
shoulder. I'm
okay,
trying to
keep
hyper
it
tap.
This
Yes.
is safe-ish. This is safe-ish.
A bit of stress right there.
All right. Nice. He's even Tetris
Oh,
ready. Oh,
dirty.
boy.
Yeah, this one. I think this is where I actually falter. I didn't want to put the eyepiece around the hole.
This is okay.
Okay.
Good
He's gonna
pieces.
open this.
This
He's
one.
dirty Tetris
Oh
right
man,
now.
I
It's
should have
the line
burned.
pass that would
Actually,
really
this is where I
help him.
burned
Oh, he
finally.
burns the triple.
Whatever.
Yes, stay alive. Stay
you
alive.
You can't fault him for that.
Yeah.
Oh, quick sigh
This
relief.
was a case where if the line comes right away, take it. If not, never
not,
mind.
just take-
Yeah.
Just take whatever is going to help you with that situation.
Yes, stay alive. All right, and his board is very clean right now, but he's still almost 4 Tetrises behind, and he transitioned as 355. Dmsy
I like
is
how
at
my score is a
450, and
palindrome
he's
right now.
Still at least 1 Tetris away for transition, possibly 2. So Dmsy will have a much higher transition here.
Perfect.
Dmsy takes a safety triple. He can still take a Tetris if it comes, but he needs a 16-piece.
Yeah, this is where honestly I think I felt like I was able to try and catch you up, but I had to try and like play near perfect.
So he's ahead by 3.5 Tetris, and in terms of pace, he's ahead by almost 5 Tetrises.
So Joel really needs to pick up the pace here. Ooh,
Tell me about it,
Dmsy-
Paul.
Dmsy will not let up though. Dmsy is just insane.
Yeah, I think from
relentless
this
on level
game,
19.
I started to play kind of safe
Joel has his
because
work cut
my
out for him.
hands are really shaky.
He can play the slow. He can play the slow game here. But I'm not sure if he
See
can
that
really afford
triple and
it. Ooh,
safety
nice,
burn.
Nice builds here. Nice Tetris ready.
They still have about.
Oh no!
Yeah, this was the killer right there. Mistap.
Oh.
This is gonna be difficult. This
And
is
then a
double.
drought to follow
he can
afterwards.
double
Burns a double.
He needs
Oh.
a double now.
No.
Yeah,
he's
drought
not-
really
he's
did me in.
All right, Dmsy.
Yes, Joel tops
And
out 424.
my board.
Oh yeah, your board is also
Takes
quite
the
bad.
game.
We both
Yeah.
topped around the same time.
Yes.
So this is a second hard from
Man,
Dmsy right
I
there.
I
We
think
are
that game I could
one
dare say if I
game
had played a lot
away
better
from the winner.
and during like
Let's
18,
Joel
I
win the
would
next
have actually
match.
caught
The
you.
next game.
Yeah.
This is match point. This is match.
And right here, you will see me actually drink some water, I believe. I actually had a bit of a strategy coming in. It's like, every time I finish a game, I'll just quickly drink some water, just cool down.
I don't
try and
think my
breathe
heart can
in.
take it anymore.
Yes.
It's we are getting all of these runs have been so close. Like
Yes.
like both players just hopping out, like just.
Actually, yeah, here I think I'd take
Really
a slightly
pieces
longer
of
break, because I
water.
knew that I basically was do or die for me.
So it's like
Okay.
really. I think what's happening now is like sort of like the fatigue is getting to the players
To the
at this
players,
point.
yeah,
yes.
I think so. You can
Or
see Joel is
shaky hands,
tracking a
as
bit.
Dmsy has
He's been ahead
mentioned.
for a long time. I mean, both he and Dmsy. So this has been hard.
We've been here for 6 hours. Yeah.
Yes. So I think the player are doing.
Actually, before I continue on, I should actually give a shout out again to Yobi, Blake, and Paul.
Yep.
They did tell me that they were standing for 6 hours straight, especially I think Paul, throughout that entire tournament, just hosting and like commentating. And honestly, to you guys, props. That is not easy to stand for that long to commentate on the action.
Taking a very, very quick break.
Ready
We have a
from-
ready from Dmsy.
Yep.
Ready from Joe as well, so we can count them down.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
yeah, we
Joe
can,
was
we
down
can, we
there,
can.
Yes.
I'll admit though,
Alright,
I'm
so
actually quite glad I actually
3,
did get to transition,
2,
because at least
1,
I knew that I was
Tetris.
able to, at least I can
Alright.
show that I can still like play it up
All
to there.
eyes on Joel. If he cannot
I knew
win
that
this,
if I
Dmsy
did not have a
will
good
be
transition,
the
transition,
champion
yeah, I
of
did not have a good
qualifier.
pre-transition, at least the post-transition will at least try to speak for itself, basically. That's what I was trying to think.
Joe with the push down points as usual.
The early lead
Going
that
for the
matters.
early Every point matters. Every point counts.
I think that's one thing actually I forgot to mention during the battle with Nenu, but I was wondering whether pushdown points actually mattered during that match.
The last few
Yeah,
rounds
especially
he's been,
that last game. Yeah.
Yeah,
having a dirty start, so this might just be what he needs. Just getting a good start.
He got consecutive back-to-back flat burns with lines, so that was nice. His board is really clean. In fact,
right now I just noticed that getting a bit crowded, so I quickly just pushed a burn for there.
I think he's really trying to take it safe here.
Yes.
He knows he needs this win. But against Dmsy, you cannot play
No, you can't play safe.
defensive. Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
have to be
oof.
aggressive.
You have to play to win, not play to not
Miss.
lose, basically.
Yes.
JD spin.
Yeah. Yeah, when you miss a
Yeah,
T-spin, it can be
Dmsy is
slight. It
starting
could be quite
to
detrimental,
get a
especially
little
on
bit dirty
19.
off of the start.
18 at least was
Joe
manageable, as
really
you'll see
needs
here.
to start taking advantage of
Yeah.
this and start pulling away from him.
Screen lock.
Despite having to do a couple of burn on Dmsy's side, he's
I assume you also have like the
and he's gonna be Dmsy is clean,
game,
he's gonna be
the
ready
stream
to
up
go.
on your monitor or something like that, right?
In terms of pace, they're basically neck and neck. So Joel, oof, my eyes.
Byron.
Let there be light.
Yes.
Yeah, you are setting up a lot of T-spins, I noticed. I think that's the fourth one I've seen from you
Starting to get
on this
dark here,
match.
yeah, sun setting.
And
I
then,
don't know.
and of
Just-
course, whenever you try to
Let's see here.
do setups like that, the piece just never comes. That's just the
Nice and
Mur
clean.
the
Tetris
Murphy's
ready,
Law of
Dmsy not
Tetris.
quite as much. Trying to force it into a center well
Nano
for
things,
Dmsy here.
you know.
Joel is on a 3 Tetris lead, 179k versus 113k.
And right here, I actually play pretty decently.
Oh, Dmsy's
Yep.
just
Dmsy
burning.
is also
60K
trying to play
lead.
very
Ooh.
safe
Right
now.
there, though, I think that I realized that, oh no, I made myself a dependency, and you see I get into a bit of trouble, and I think that's actually where I top out, I believe.
JP's who's not
Oh, actually, maybe not.
He has to take a few more burns.
I have a
just
bit
to-
more
just to clean
dependency.
that out.
I'm just hoping for
But he's
something
clean.
good. Okay,
He got
yeah.
out of there cheap, and he got out of there cheap enough. So it's about the best case scenario you can get out of that situation. 124,000 points for Dmsy, 234,000 points for Joel. Joel has a substantial lead over Dmsy, but in terms of pacing wise, Joel
100K
is
lead.
just about 2
Yeah.
Tetris lead. Still insane.
Thinking like maybe if you were to hear it, it's like, oh shoot, they have the lead on me. Probably should try to catch up. This is where I put the pressure. This is basically what's my strategy throughout this entire tournament.
But yeah, so Dmsy had a few missed drops earlier. That's why he had to burn and he lost a little bit on pace. But now, right now, he's fantastically clean. So hopefully he can maintain that.
Joel playing it safe, not going for center wells as he probably shouldn't be given his lead in this run right now. Tetris for Joel. So Dmsy's getting Tetris ready. Tetris ready for Dmsy. Oh, I thought it was gonna.
Man, I got a lot of like 2 eyepieces and 3 pieces like setups. Honestly, it was quite fortunate.
The differential has reduced a little bit, but Joel is still maintaining a 4 Tetris lead right now.
The one upside for Joel is that his pace has already been realized in a way that Dmsy hasn't. So that's why we can see that Joel has 3.95 Tetris lead right now, but and whether or not Dmsy remains just 1 Tetris behind on the pace difference entirely depends on whether or not he can actually realize those Tetris differences.
You mentioned that you were shaking a bit during like the game 3, game 4. Like knowing that you were nearing the end, like possible to winning. What were you thinking?
Joel likewise didn't actually
Uh,
make Tetris differences,
yeah,
so
I
just
just
probably
play
himself.
I think
and
he's gonna just try to maintain this.
I don't
He doesn't
know.
need to grow
Just
into
try and like
something
just
big.
keep away all the
Yes.
nerves and
Pacing-
just try and
pacing
just
it,
play your own game.
A bit of, a lot of pacing is
Yeah.
also about just.
I respect it.
It's
I respect it.
theoretical at the end of the day. Just like,
Remember,
in theory,
nerves are
you're gonna get
privilege.
in theory,
So
could
whenever you
get
feel that
5 more
nerves, just
Tetris as well.
embrace it,
Really,
I would say.
It entirely depends.
That's advice for
That's
anyone out
really
there who's
depends on the
competing
artist.
The one
in
who takes a few
at a
burns
high
right
level,
away.
whether it be
He's leading,
Tetris, whether it be any other kind of
evaporating.
sport.
Only 1.5 Tetris
Right here, I'll be
lead.
honest, I just shook my
Dmsy is
head. I was just
also in
like,
a bit of trouble.
again, the similar situation where I'm trying to at least get
Capitalize
clean, preparing for a
Capitalize.
They
transition.
can't capitalize on this just yet.
Ooh, Joel is. I think the nerves is getting to Joel. To be honest, he's definitely playing a lot more cautiously than he was before. Not in-
Yeah, I
not in
definitely
the- not in
was. I
necessarily
knew
a
that I
good
was
way.
almost done
Dmsy
for.
is not Tetris ready. Is he gonna try to stay on road 2 for a while? He might. Yeah, probably he's gonna try to get a road 2 Tetris right
Joel
there.
transitions at 465.
Once again, just burning, trying to at least keep myself alive. That's the most important thing at this final match.
Dmsy has 10 line
Oh,
behind,
this,
6
well,
Tetris.
quote unquote final match.
Dmsy is almost 2 Tetrises in pace lead. 2 Tetrises ahead, I mean.
In pace lead, I guess.
Yeah, in pace lead. He's behind by 1 Tetris in score, but he's ahead by 2.5 Tetris in pace lead.
Joel is just playing really, really safe at this point.
Bit of a grimace. I actually almost hung that eyepiece.
Ooh, will we
Another
crown?
Tetris for Dmsy. Dmsy transition at 496.
Will we crown the champion right here, right now, or will we go into a decider for the finals?
The score difference has almost vanished. It is at less than half a Tetris right now, or a little bit over half a Tetris.
Shook in my head. I just realized, like,
nerves
I
as
burned a
well, so
lot,
again,
and
Joel
also I
taking
just didn't get any
Joel
Tetrises. It was just
taking
pretty much a
a
waste
lot
of
of CD burns.
pieces there.
Not necessarily not unwarranted, but still he can't afford these kinds of safety burns anymore. He really needs to start taking some risks because Dmsy is just going to go ham.
Yeah. Dmsy has the lead, a little bit.
Just
0.1 Tetris. The player are neck and neck in score.
But his pace is just insane. His pace has increased to 3.0 Tetris. If Joel maintains
Once
the way
again,
he's
more
playing,
case of burning. Yeah, I knew
Dmsy's
that
just gonna
anytime I would
overtake it.
burn, I was just like,
Dmsy is just
losing
clean
ground
as
to
a
you.
missile. Dmsy, not getting Tetris ready.
Joe had a small issue.
From
Tetris ready.
But a misdraw right there. I think this is actually where I falter now.
He needs safety burns. This will allow Dmsy to extend his actual score lead.
Oh my goodness, this is close.
Yeah,
This is really close.
Dmsy
Oof.
is playing not Tetris ready yet.
That J piece
Joel
almost
is
hung.
He's in trouble.
There, right there. I know the eyepiece covered it well, but I pretty much had to try to stack piece 11 when I tried to keep myself alive.
I think it's gonna come down to pace for Joel, to be honest.
This is dangerous.
Oh yeah,
Oh!
that was the killer
No,
right
no,
there,
no. Okay.
I
He
believe.
can burn something down.
And then
Oh.
nothing else. I covered the
Dmsy's in
hole.
trouble. Well.
This is a single burn for Joel.
Pretty much nowhere
Okay.
where I was able
Dmsy's
to
in
put it.
trouble.
And yeah, that was when I knew it was
If
Yeah.
done.
Joel can get out of this, he can actually still win this.
And I tap
Dmsy
first.
tops
Yeah.
out 672.
Oh my goodness.
Joel,
Can Joel get out of this?
No, game over.
He cannot get out of this.
he cannot get out
That's
of it.
it.
But honestly, I knew I was
It's
honestly
over.
content that I
Yeah,
made it to
he had
top
a shot.
2.
Yeah.
But he didn't get it.
And we have a new
All game to
Singapore
transitions.
champion.
I actually,
Southeast
yeah,
Asian
every
champion.
single game
Well done,
went to
Dmsy.
transition. I think that's the big
Yeah.
Oh
thing.
my goodness.
Yeah.
I honestly forgot about that every single game went to
And
transition.
Give him his winner animation before we show the bracket.
Anyway, I'm just gonna let the video play, and that was it. That was it for CTSC 2021,
Well done,
and you became champion.
An amazing
Yeah.
fight.
What were you thinking at that time?
We don't have an
Uh, I don't know. My mom already called me to eat dinner. You know.
So you also, towards the last week, told me that he was just glad that he was able to eat dinner afterwards. Now you too.
Yeah. Yeah.
My parents were out, I remembered. They were with me when I beat Nenu, but afterwards they left. And then when I came back to do top 4, my brother was in, and he was asking me, "What were you doing?" And I told him I'm in a tournament. And he just, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing.
But man, I think for both of us, it was a huge shock that we made it this far, let alone for Dmsy to make it to CTWC. I know, oh boy, I don't mean to, well, bring it down to earth again, but I believe you weren't able to qualify for top 64.
Get your nest and then we'll set you up for
Uh,
Yeah. I mean, how was it? How was it competing on the big stage? Well, quote unquote big stage.
Yeah. On the qualifier, I was really nervous the whole qual.
So many
I
eyes just looking at you.
yeah.
But how does it feel like
Like
knowing like
I
you?
did it.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I did it very good at the beginning. I got one max out and then crash for the
Mm.
rest of it.
What do you think of the standard of play now? Like, considering that now it doesn't, you don't really need just one max out. You need like 2 or 3 to make it to the bracket.
Yeah. I don't know. And now even rolling probably. I don't
Crazy,
know.
right?
Yeah.
What a time to be alive in the Tetris world.
Yep.
But yeah, that ends my fairy tale run, and I stopped at second place. And honestly, I think I posted it on my Facebook after what happened. Like, to be the best in Singapore and be second in Southeast Asia is honestly beyond my dreams. And yeah, I was just very happy with how I did. And Yobi, if you had not adamantly told me to participate, we wouldn't have seen this incredible feat. So thank you, I guess. With that, Dmsy, thank you so much for co-commenting with me. You have been fantastic today.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Any last words? Anything you want to promote here before you go?
No, I don't. Follow Classic Tetris Indonesia.
Ah, yes, indeed. Follow Content Indonesia. I will. You might send me a link. I'll put it in the description for
Oh,
Discord. Yeah, I'll put a link to the Discord and the website for Classic Tetris Indonesia. Go check the group out. It's an incredible group of players that are rising up. Like, man, we are in an era that that Classic Tetris become global and international esport, I could dare say. Oof. Anyways, with that, thank you guys so much for watching this retrospective throughout these 4 weeks. This has been a joy to make these episodes. Shout out once again to Nenu, Torza, and of course Dmsy for co-commenting with me, and more importantly, actually, Dmsy for passing me this video, because he's actually the one who actually passed me the bot through Google Drive. So honestly, without you, you actually wouldn't have, this wouldn't have been possible. But anyways, that is it for today, as the video ends right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode and the finale to my 2021 CTSC retrospective, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for content right over there. If you want to see another video, look up there. And if you did not see the whole retrospective, check over there. Thank you guys so much for watching. But remember, the adrenaline rush is real. This is Lee Aberneth for 121 signing out. I will catch you guys next time. Peace.